Baku from the Wakanda. We the same haircut. We got the same haircut.
Also get the hate mail from brothers who are committed to the bunny hopping, right? And they can be very aggressive in their. We're on this planet by ourselves. The modern man, the modern African, the Homo sapien sapien, the most recent of all the human stages. We were on this planet alone by.
What made Dr. Umar Johnson call this one of the most important conversations of 2026? Why did his opinions on Karmelo Anthony, Kevin Hart, and the future of Black America spark such intense reactions online? Stay with us, because some of his statements have everyone talking. Dr. Umar Johnson has never been afraid to express controversial opinions, but this interview may be one of his most passionate and thought-provoking appearances yet. Throughout the discussion, he shared his perspective on justice, accountability, leadership, and the challenges facing Black communities in America today. One of the biggest topics was the highly debated Karmelo Anthony case. Dr. Umar argued that conversations surrounding the case go far beyond a single courtroom. In his view, it represents larger questions about fairness, public perception, and how legal cases involving young Black Americans are discussed in the media. Whether people agree with him or not, his comments immediately fueled debate across social media platforms.
Alignment. So the bottom line is, it's almost like you got a remote control car, right? Mm-hmm. So Loon playing with his remote control car, the car driving all around his room, right? But if the car goes behind that laptop, you lose the connection. It's in a black spot. Your character, you making bad decisions and choices. You hit a black spot. You're no longer getting that direct feed from your higher self.
Yeah. An education, get a good job, get out the ghetto. So Black people have always had this get away from your people mentality, where every other group has always been about staying and reinvesting in their people. So despite the impact of white supremacy, despite that, because that is our major problem, but internally, it's the pathological selfishness. Because even when you bring us together to get something done, at the back of our minds, it's still this idea that when the going gets tough, we can quit. Plenty of times, I'm driving down here from Philadelphia, taking time out of my busy schedule. I could be doing other things. And you use that time to try to insult me, but it backfired on him. And I think that's partly the reason why his show was canceled by the end of the year, because I'm very popular among Black folk.
Crazy. Right now, it's looking like interracial dating will be the demise of Black America, which is interesting, right? Because we got this war going on between continental African immigrants, Caribbean African immigrants, British African immigrants, and the American Africans who built this country. And I'm standing back saying, y'all got all this smoke.
Another major moment came when Dr. Umar discussed personal responsibility and leadership. He emphasized that success isn't measured only by wealth or popularity. Instead, he believes true leadership comes from using influence to uplift others and create opportunities for future generations. According to him, every successful individual carries a responsibility that extends beyond personal achievement. The interview also turned toward comedian Kevin Hart. Dr. Umar shared his opinion that celebrities with massive audiences have the power to shape public conversations. He argued that public figures should carefully consider how their work represents their communities and the messages they send through entertainment. While many viewers may have different opinions on this topic, it sparked another wave of discussion about the role of celebrities in modern culture. Throughout the conversation, Dr. Umar repeatedly stressed the importance of education, self-discipline, and community development. He encouraged young people to focus on building knowledge, financial independence, and strong family values. Rather than waiting for outside solutions, he believes lasting progress begins with personal growth and collective action within local communities. The interview wasn't only about criticism. It also included
donkeys and chickens walking all around, right? So I'm talking to the Senegalese brothers, telling them what happened last night. They said, don't worry about that. A lot of you American Africans, when y'all come home, y'all have that experience because it's your ancestors tapping back into you. So when I get back to Philadelphia, this is the summer 2005, I resign from the school district of Philadelphia. I take on an assistant principal job. And I start experiencing coincidences like crazy. Somebody will, phone ring, I know who it is. Somebody looking for something. I got to, what's Gina's real name? Tisha Campbell. Our sister Tisha Campbell played the role of Gina. She suffered from reverse racism because, as you said, or reverse colorism, as she said it, that the black women in the audience gave her a hard time. I never knew they had a live studio audience during that show. I didn't know that. I thought most of the shows are that they manufacture the laughing. Because in a lot of shows they manufacture. So they actually had a real studio audience. I didn't know that. That just adds to the power of the Martin sitcom. But anyway, she said the women gave Gina, Tisha Campbell.
Dr. Umar suggested that periods of challenge can become opportunities for positive transformation if people remain focused, united, and committed to long-term goals. He urged viewers to think beyond today's headlines and invest in future generations through education, mentorship, and community involvement. As expected, many of his opinions divided audiences. Supporters praised his willingness to speak openly about difficult issues, while critics questioned some of his conclusions. Regardless of where viewers stand, the interview succeeded in creating widespread conversation about justice, culture, media, and responsibility. In today's world of viral clips and short attention spans, interviews like this continue to attract millions because they encourage people to think, question, and debate important social topics. Whether you agree with Dr. Umar Johnson or strongly disagree, his ability to spark discussion remains one of the reasons his interviews continue making headlines. What do you think about Dr. Umar Johnson's views? Do you agree with his perspective on Karmelo Anthony, Kevin Hart, and the future of Black America? Or do you see these issues differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos covering the biggest interviews, celebrity news, and trending stories of 2026.